Hi guys, I'm Victoria Chan, and for these next few slides we will be discussing Kraft Heinz's external factor evaluation. As we go through the following slides, we will be covering the definition of the external factor evaluation, the two methods that we used, the impact matrix of both the Porter and the steeple analysis, the steeple analysis weights and rankings, the Porter analysis weights and rankings. One might ask, what is an external factor evaluation? Well, for starters, an external factor evaluation is a process that is used as a strategic tool to help companies be able to compare themselves to other companies throughout their industry. This strategic tool is used to examine the environment that surrounds the company. This helps the company be able to identify the available opportunities to them and the incoming threats based off of the surrounding environment. Generally, a company will use this to create a better understanding of their ambitious goals or the problems that they will face. When it came time to evaluate each of our factors, what we accounted for were 1. If it was part of the steeple analysis, 2. If it was part of the Porter analysis. Once we had decided which method it was part of, we assigned a weight to each factor. Each weight was on a 0 to 1 scale, which then we valued our impact on a rating of a 1 to 4 scale, and both our rating and our weights were given based on relevance and the impact that our research had had and that we had put upon a value on each of the factors. What is provided in front of you is the steeple analysis and the Porter analysis. What you have along your left side of your screen on the steeple analysis and the Porter analysis are the factors that we had taken into account. For the steeple analysis, we started with the opportunities, then we followed with the threats. For our Porter analysis, we went with the rivals, the new entrants, the power of substitutes, the threat of buyers, and the threat of suppliers. Going across, you have what we had for our impact matrix, so whether it held a high impact, a medium impact, or a low impact. Secondly, we accounted for our weights, followed by our ratings, which we then multiplied together to get our weighted average for both our steeple analysis and our Porter analysis factors. First off, a steeple analysis stands for sociocultural, technological, political, legal, and economic factors. These are the factors that affect the industry environment as well as the competitor's environment. For Kraft Heinz, we used the steeple analysis to show the strengths of the impacts of Kraft's opportunities and threats that they will be facing or could potentially use to enhance their own company when it comes to their new research, product development, and innovation. Upon the completion of completing our steeple analysis, we had come to the conclusion that there were 3 key impactful opportunities for Kraft. First, people are educating themselves. With this becoming more a part of people's lives, it is important to take advantage of this opportunity. Especially with Kraft, we found that they are hiding from being innovative and opening up to foods that relate to people's lives. 2. Robots are replacing human jobs to cut down manufacturing costs. This is a huge technological factor that the food industry is facing. As a matter of fact, we have found that we are on a technological revolution. Through this revolution, we found that in about 7 years, about 70% of the economy's customers are predicted to do at least some portion of their grocery shopping online. With finding this, we think that this is something that is important for Kraft to be considering to bringing into its future distribution plan. Even though they are eliminating 1.8 million jobs for Kraft Heinz, this would actually allow them to cut costs while enhancing the lack of the departments that they have. 3. Customers are looking for newer, more innovative foods. We have seen this with the government starting the the implemented sugar tax, which is causing 11.1% increase in soft drink pricing. The largest increase we are seeing is in Generation Z and Millennials, responding to surveys saying they are willing to pay for better quality foods. We had also found that there are 3 key external threats. The first one being more customers are shopping online for groceries. We have seen 70% of customers beginning to shop online, which also has to do with the fluctuating income groups. We are starting to see a different group of people going into grocery stores and meeting different standards. 2, customers want organic, plant-based, all-natural ingredients. Customers are looking for healthier ingredients in their foods. Not only are customers looking for healthier ingredients, they are also aware of healthier trends and diseases that are causes of the new trends. 3, there are thousands of substitutes for prepackaged foods. With these substitutes to prepackaged foods, obviously doesn't hold a lot of nutritional value. This is a lot harder to control based on the different alternatives, especially with fresh produce. Here we have the weightings and the rankings of the 6 key factors that we found in our steeple analysis, holding our opportunities and our threats that we have just discussed. Following our steeple analysis, we also did a Porter analysis. When we did our Porter analysis, we did find some of the same things regarding our impact matrix based on our weights and our rankings, but we did find different factors mentioned in the Porter 5-force model based on the threat of new entrants, bargaining power of suppliers, bargaining power of buyers, threats of substitute products, rivalry among competing firms. Upon the completion of our Porter analysis, the largest impact areas for us were the large amounts of substitutes for packaged foods and the big competition from our competitors such as Kellogg's and Nestle. In closing to this video, I have included some questions that went through my mind as we conducted our research, and Kraft has a long way to go to enhance these opportunities and to decrease these threats.